Connect AI is an SMS lead management platform that uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to communicate efficiently and effectively with your automotive leads and customers. Our mission is to deliver the most advanced conversational AI products and support to automotive retail. There are endless benefits to using AI and automated communication in your dealership, but there are key areas where Connect AI is the right solution to address pains within the automotive industry. With Connect AI, you now have the tools to acquire more, engage faster, and convert higher. For more information, visit us online at connect.ai. I'm Jill, and thanks for watching.
You're listening to the number one automotive sales podcast, the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast with Ron Garvey. I walked into his office to quit car sales, and I walked out with a plan that made me a master salesman and a much better provider.
Welcome to another episode of the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. I am your host, Ron Garvey. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. I know you were like, where did he go? Yes, I went on vacation, went to California, took my granddaughter for vacation so she could go to Disneyland, see all the princesses, Minnie, Mickey, and the gang, and then we took her to San Diego. So that's where I was last week. So if you were wondering where I was, that's where I was. But we got a great guest going on today. We do have a proud sponsors of the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast, Connect AI. Connect AI bridges the gap between tech tools and automotive communication. For over a decade, we've developed and continue to perfect our award-winning AI and texting platform to support retail and service operations successfully in connecting with customers at any phase of their journey in the car industry. Also a proud sponsor is VinQ. VinQ developed the modern platform that provides vehicle lifecycle management for automotive retail dealers. Dealers access VinQ with a single sign-on to retrieve integrated data, allowing them to provide appraisals and pricing based on market value. Automate and merchandising their websites, utilize the intelligent VIN-specific advertising engine, and leveraging a vehicle buying center to buy cars from the public. Independent and franchise dealers alike are increasing profits and improving turn while outperforming the market. What are you waiting for? Learn more at vinque.com. That's VINCUE.com. Another proud sponsor since day one is Dealer Elite. Engage with the brightest and best in the industry. Go to dealerelite.net. And another proud sponsor, Bumper.com. What if you had a digital dashboard for your car ownership needs? A place where you can access up-to-date vehicle history reports, compare vehicles, shop for the best auto insurance rates, get instant market value appraisal, and so much more. Whether you're shopping for a new car or comparing auto insurance policies or looking to sell an existing vehicle, Bumper has you covered every step of the way. That's bumper.com. They are a proud sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said again, thank you for joining the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast. We have a wonderful guest coming on today. Most of y'all know her as Driving with Janae. Janie Andrews is going to be on after these messages.
The number one automotive sales podcast. Broadcasting around the world. 100% positive mindset on making over $100K a year. You want to make more money and close more car deals while keeping a positive mindset. This is the show for you. Broadcasting around the world. This is the Automotive Architect Sales Podcast with Ron Garverick.
Hey guys, you're listening to the number one automotive sales podcast out there, the Automotive Architect with Ron Garverick. So tune in and enjoy the show. Later, guys.
All right. You don't see what I see on this side. I see a big smile. Ladies and gentlemen, driving with Janie Andrews. How are you doing?
Hello, thank you for having me. Hey, what's going on?
That's good. How are things in your world?
Geez, business is booming, extremely busy. I am loving it, loving it, loving it.
Good deal. Now, let the listeners know where you're from.
Yes, my name is Janae Andrews. I
Janae,
sell
I'm sorry.
vehicles at a Chrysler dealership out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
Indianapolis, Indiana. I have a good friend that's from Indianapolis, Indiana, Shaka Dyson. Have you heard of him?
I have actually.
Yeah, he started in the car business in Indianapolis, so it's great to see two wonderful people in the same area doing great things. And now he's in Atlanta, but so tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get in the car business? Did you wake up one morning and go, "Hey, I feel like selling cars"? What were you doing before you were selling cars? And then how did you get?
Definitely had no desire to sell cars. That was not on my radar. 6 years ago, I worked at H Gregg, which was an appliance store, which happened to go out of business. It's a local appliance dealer here. He went out of business. Right across the street was a Hyundai dealership. I needed a job. I walked across the street and got hired immediately, on the spot, actually.
Wow. Now, did you get hired as a salesperson
I
or?
did. I did. I did. All I knew is needed a job. So I walked across the street with my personality in tow, and he liked what he saw and offered me a sales position.
Wow. And sometimes in the automotive industry, when a female comes to a store, the very first thing they look at is, hey, we're not hiring receptionists right now. And and so when you're like, no, I want to be a car salesman, they're like, really? What does women know about the car business? And
Yes.
I went into chatopenai.com and I said, how difficult is it for females to sell cars in the automotive industry? And it says the difficulty for females to sell cars in the auto industry can be depending on various factors, such as specific dealership, region, culture, and individual experiences. Now, there's the challenges that women face is stereotypes and biases, lack of
Yes.
representation, and biases from the customers. But and for them to change that, there's positive aspects, changing industry dynamics. The automotive industry is evolving, and there is a growing recognition of importance of diversity. Many dealerships and manufacturers are actively working to create more inclusive environment, which can benefit women seeking careers in automotive sales. So before if everybody's following you, Janae, before we even get into that, were you ever trained when you got into the dealership? Did they say, okay, we're going to teach you the 7 steps, the 12 steps to the sale. We're going to teach you how to close deals. We're going to teach you how to overcome objections. Or were you like the rest of us? That's a car lot, that's a computer, and that database
Yep.
in there is a CRM.
Correct. I was kind of thrown in the pool and directed to swim. And me, very personable, I kind of adapted well. It wasn't until year 3 that the sales process was really implemented for me. I became a marketing guru right away. So I kind of bring my own business in. And I think that's why I was a hit so fast. It's the people business. I just needed to get as many people as I could in front of me.
Yeah, Damian Boudreaux, a good friend of mine,
Yes.
says you need to be in the people business, not the car business. And sits and has his seminars, he explains how Ali Rada is not in the car business; he's in the people business, and that's how he sells 215 cars a month.
Yep, correct. This is the people business. I've not sold a car yet. I think I got 25 out as of today, and none of them are cars. They're all people. For me, it's I sold personality, I sold experience. I don't too much sell cars.
No, and with the internet out these days and everything going on, that the customer can find out
Mm,
everything about the car and know more about the car than you as itself. But to get into the process, yes, they can go to their Carvanas, they can go to their rooms, but they don't have that customer experience, that great customer
yeah,
experience of building a rapport and making a friend. And so being in the people business, you know, it they know what they want to buy. There's 600 plus Ford stores or Hyundai stores anywhere in the world. You are the number one product they're trying to sell. And you've done a great job of being in the people business. As a female, you sold 62 cars in
mhm,
May, 65 in
yeah,
June,
correct.
and it looks like you may break that in July. So, what is your
Absolutely.
secret sauce?
The secret sauce is marketing. I became a hunter. You see a lot of guys stand at the door of the dealership waiting for clients to come to them. I think what breaks me apart from the group is I go get my clientele. I host parties here in town. All of my neighbors have a business card. My kids' teachers, the other students' parents. I literally capitalize on any person I come in contact with. They know I sell cars. They know that I can be helpful, anything automotive related, and that's how I do it. And I utilize my time very precisely. We open at 8:30. I come to work at 7:30, and I'll kind of work the service drive early because service opens before sales. So those are once again contacts. I put myself in a position where now the contacts increase so much, the sales just kind of fall in my lap.
So, you show up an hour early to deal with the service department
Oh,
to make
absolutely.
friends and build relationships with, and they've always said you may sell the first car, service sells the second car, but you're doing a little extra and making
Yep.
sure that if they're looking to get a second car, you're right there in the eye's view.
Absolutely. And services already, they're not here typically thrilled. They're spending money on their car. I may offer a free appraisal. I pass out Starbucks gift cards. I typically keep about 200 on me at a time. They're $5 increments. But hey, coffee on me. I'm Janae. When you get tired of that thing, come see me. If that service bill is too high, let me pay it. It's just making relationships. It's never a hard sell in the service department for me. It's always a soft introduction, and I typically sell about 6 to 7 a month out of the service drive. I could potentially sell more if I pressed it a little harder, but with my hour a day, it's about 7 a month.
And just building that relationship with them,
Hmm.
just having a conversation. Your car,
Correct.
your factory warranty is about up. If you're interested in getting out of it quickly, come see me. I'll take care of you. I'll find the right vehicle that fits your needs and fits your monthly budget, and I'll take care of you. Don't forget. Oh, by the way, here's a Starbucks card.
You're
Coffee
sharp.
on me.
You're sharp. You got it down pat.
Well, I've been in the business for 12 years, so I had to learn my craft. When I got in the business, I was still working with the old dogs and
Huh?
the grinders, the shysters and whatnot. So I was learning for what not to do because
Hmm.
I've been burned at car dealerships when I was buying cars. So I didn't even want to get in the car business, but when they said, "Hey, you can make 3 times more than what you're making right now," I was like, "I need to feed my family." But I'm not going to
I'll do
lie.
it.
I'm not going to cheat. I'm not gonna womanize. I'm not gonna do drugs. I'm not. And they said, "You just do it honestly, and I guarantee you'll make a lot of money." And
And you did.
and I did. And gradually through the years, I was number one salesman for 3 years in a row out of 500 in the auto group in a town full of 14,000 people. Then moved up to GM. Then went to the bigger market and became a salesman for 3 months, then the BDC director, changed numbers there, finance manager, changed numbers there, finance director, changed numbers there. And it was just being in the people business. I don't care if you buy a car or not. I just want to give you the information that you need to make an educated decision. The proof is on the highway. The proof is on the streets. Our product is selling. We're number one in the market. You look around, you'll see a Volkswagen at every stoplight. You'll see 3 or 4 at every stoplight. I don't have to advertise and tell you how great the product is.
Yep.
The people on the streets are already telling you. I'm just making sure that it fits your needs and fits around your monthly budget. If you make an educated decision and decide to buy from me, great. If you don't, I made a friend.
I like your approach, man. Sounds like you were very successful.
Well, this gray hair didn't just come naturally. And it's having patience too, don't you agree?
Absolutely. You have to have patience and have good listening skills. Don't overtalk them. Allow them to talk, explain their hot buttons, and then you now touch on the hot buttons. You don't need to be long winded at all.
And it goes back. My good friend, and I have a lot of good friends. My good friend Tim Kent's, he taught the aspect of the 3 R's. You
Mhm.
respond when they give you an objection. You respond, and then you reassure, and then you reflect. So if
Oh,
someone says, I need to think about it. Well, I totally understand, Mr. Customer. This is something that you need to think about because this is the second most important purchase of your life. That being said, I want to make sure that it fits around your budget, fits your needs, solves your problems. Other than you have to go home and think about it, is there anything else stopping you from buying the car today? And
I
then
like that.
they're just going to spit it out. Oh well, the payment's a little too high. Other than the payment, is there anything else stopping you? No. And then then you just break it down in little numbers. Okay, we're $50 apart. You divide it by 30 days. You're $1.67 extra a day away from getting a vehicle that has a factory warranty that will give you 3 free service oil changes. It'll give you better
Yes.
gas mileage. Da 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 da. And you start spinning it out, and you're solving their problem. They think it's a money problem, and you're just spinning it out. But you're responding to their objection. You're reassuring them that you're going to make sure if you fit it around their monthly budget and fit their needs and solve their problem. Other than whatever that problem is there anything else stopping? So what do you think?
For me, I didn't hear that last question. You said, is there anything stopping you? Rebuttals are every day for me. Sometimes it's, I want to talk to my wife, I want to think about it. So I would actually go the extra mile to reassure them. If contingent upon your wife liking it, can we earn your business today? Oh, well, I need to make sure my dad, well, contingent upon that, will you own this vehicle today, right now? So, yes, I'm on board with everything you said.
Well, and in all reality, any excuse they spit out, the real reason why they don't buy a car is the payment. It's not the price. It's not I need to go talk to my wife. You already talked to your wife. You and your wife were talking about it last night in bed. You don't need to pray about it because God already knows you're here. From the day you were born to the day you die, He has your life planned out. You're already here. He already had it planned for you to come in and buy this car today.
Yes.
You don't have to talk about price because you're financing with this. So let's get off price. Your trade, it's worth what it's worth. It's not my fault that you have high interest rates and you're paying high interest, and you're negative equity because you keep accumulating it from vehicle to vehicle to
Yes.
vehicle. It is the payment. And if you break it down by monthly, or by month, by days, it's cheap. Or you can tweak it a little bit more and say, what are you paying on your vehicle right now?
Yep.
And you take that number and you take the new payment and you divide that. Or you could say, have you made your car payment yet? Oh, you haven't? Well, you don't have to make your first payment for 45 days. So I just save you $500. On top of that, I save you another 250. So I saved you $750 for making a payment.
Yes.
Take that 750, put it aside. We're $50 away, right? $50 away. So each month for 8 months, take that $50, make your regular payment $400. Take for 8 months, and remember, you don't have to do it for 45 days.
Hmm.
So you're almost going almost a year without making an extra $50 a month on your payment. So you
Yep.
take your 400, take that 50, now your 450 is paid. Next month, 450, 400. Before too long, what happens? Repetition. It keeps happening. Thought, mind over matter. You're not going to mind making that extra 50 because you've been doing it for so long. And then you're
Yes.
going to be able to budget around where it makes sense to get that extra 50.
You are sharp, Ron.
Well, it didn't come natural. I had to learn. I had to educate myself. I had to watch videos, read books, deal with customers that were still stuck on that's $50 more. That's $50 more. Well, do it this way. And then they're like, well, that makes perfect sense. Yes, it makes perfect sense. Don't look at the big numbers, look at the small numbers, and then it makes more sense. Hey, stop drinking, 32 ounces of tea every day or soda. Don't go to Starbucks all the time. I
Yep.
just saved you $4 or $6. I saved you a week of what you're going to spend on a day on a car that has a factory warranty.
Mhm.
You're
Yep.
doing it. You're killing it. People love you. I've been Facebook stalking you since I don't know how your post came up of selling 62 cars. Just one day I was strolling through Facebook and it was like 62 cars sold and delivered in the month of May and 65 in June. I was like, I need to talk to this lady. How in the heck is she doing it? And it's phenomenal, especially up in in a big city where people can buy cars from anybody.
Yes.
The way you're marketing people, having your little sensey things in the car sensors or whatever, and
Uh huh.
says, yeah, and just marketing yourself, knowing people, shaking hands, kissing babies, letting people know who you are, you're going to kill it. And before you know, you keep doing the the people business part,
Hmm.
you'll be up there in the 200s a month. And then
Oh.
you're building your book of business, and then you're going to be so busy that you're going to have to hire somebody, like you said, an assistant. Hire somebody
Hmm.
to help you go get fuel, go take it to detail, go
Right.
and help you with another customer because you're with this customer, and then you're going to have a pyramid effect. You're going to be at the top, and then you're going to keep training other people to help you with the same thing. You're going
You're
to
exactly right. Like you, and I'm starting to enter into that, and I absolutely love it. I look to provide such an experience that I become a part of the family. Your aunts, your cousins, your neighbors. I want you to love me so much. You send everyone to see me.
and it's the law of averages. The more people you see, the more money you make. And you want to be top of mind when someone says, "Man, I got a car that is giving me problems, and I may be looking into getting something else." Hey, I got the person for you. She is not a salesman. She is a people person. She don't care if you buy or not, but she's going to help you provide the service of finding the right vehicle that fits the right monthly budget. And if she takes care of you, hey, guess what? If you buy, she'll pay me $100. I'll take you out for dinner.
You got it. And it works every time. The
It works.
referral money for sure is enticing to those, especially the subprime clientele. If you send me four people, I actually give you $600. So I have so many people chasing the number four for me. And once they get to four people, $600, that's your car payment.
You know what I love to call about it? I don't like calling it a referral. I don't like calling it a bird dog. I call it a partner program.
Oh, I'm taking notes.
A partner program, what they're doing is they're partnering up with you to help you provide the same service that you just gave them, and they get paid for it. So if they give you four people and they all four buy, they get $600. If their
Yep,
payment's 400 a month, they got $200 free money coming to them. Crazy.
you got it.
But it's not what you say, it's how you say it. People's like,
Hmm.
I don't want to do this bird dog stuff. I don't want to do this referral thing. No, it's a partner program.
Yes.
And this is how I can help you.
I love that. I'm using that going forward. I'm still in that, Ron. I hope that's okay.
Hey, go right ahead. I stole it from somebody myself. But it's taking care of your customers. So, what's your typical day with a customer coming in that is credit challenged how would you treat them?
Definitely. I actually prefer that. That's my specialty. About 45% of my deals come from that. And step one is just getting them comfortable. They're already leery. I'm sure they've been turned down somewhere. But what I look to do is gather steps up front, proof of income, 2 years worth of employment, um, bank statements, things like that. You want to gather the facts of it. I'm kind of like your lawyer. I need you to be very transparent with me so now I can battle and win your case for you. But I need you to tell me if there's job gaps, how much money down? All right, I need a little more. I always need a little more. They can say they got 10 grand down. I need just a little bit more. So that's how I treat them. I gather the facts up front. I then lay them out in front of me. I have a very solid finance guy. Shout out to him. And we sit down and we kind of piece the puzzle together. We'll bag into a deal, see what the bank will approve us for, and then let that client know, hey, this is the build your credit program. This is what you're eligible for, or this. There is no go shopping. These are our options. Do they work for you, or do you prefer to catch the Uber home? And typically, it typically works.
Well, and it's more like I will work harder for you than you'll work for yourself to get yourself in a vehicle. Because the best way to help people that are challenged is to the effect that if you're helping them and maybe they can't buy a car right now, maybe they can't get into a vehicle right now, knowing that you're willing to help them, knowing that you're willing to educate them on the way they need to go to be able to buy a car maybe in 6 to 9 months, you
Yes.
want to be on top of mind when you're helping them. Say, "Hey, I can't do anything for you right now, but what we need to do is we need to get these medical bills paid. We need to get, these credit card uh payments down a little bit. That will jumpstart your credit to being where they need to be. But I can't do it right now. Please, whatever you do, do not leave here and go to the Ford store. Please do not leave here and go to another store. This is no one's going to tell you, or you're going to find someone that's going to put you in a vehicle that you're not going to want, that is going to break down, and you're going to be an owner for the next 60 to 72
Hmm.
months. Let's work on this program, work together as a team. You and I, you're going to have to do the majority of the part. You're going to have to bring the payments or pay on these payments. But once you do that, I'm educating you. I'm not trying to push you into something that I know that's going to hurt you. I'm trying to push you in a situation that in the long run is going to help you, because I've seen people that had 485 or 485 credit score. We get them in a car that they didn't want, but they accepted it because they needed wheels. At the end result, after 3 or 4 other cars later through the years, they went from a 485 to over a 700 credit score, and it's because we worked together.
I
So
love
that
that.
you that's what makes you part of being in the people business, is taking care of your customers. Even if they don't buy a car right now because they can't or they can't afford it, you educate them. Do not go and shop because they're going to keep checking your credit and they're going to shotgun you out to
Hmm.
every known bank in the world, and you're going to get the same results because we all use the same banks. So
Correct.
don't don't hurt yourself more than you're already hurt. You've got a flesh wound. Don't make it worse and get it all completely cut off.
Correct, correct. And they have to trust you to believe that. So that's why relationship and people is so important. You have to build that rapport so that they trust what you say.
And sometimes, you get those people who's like, I don't care, I just want a car, blah blah blah. I understand. I know your sense of urgency. I know that you want to get it, but here, here's the situation. You're going to hurt yourself more in the long run. And then you're going to get a repo, and then you're going to have to start going to buy here, pay here
Yeah.
places for the next 7 years until you get that taken off your credit.
Yeah.
So, what do you have any other kind of plans? You just want to stick with the sales part? Have you thought about maybe finance, maybe getting on the desk?
No, not at all, actually. My only dream is to be an owner, and I understand that you have to sit in other chairs to become that. I have no desire to go into management. It's more responsibility. I got 3 kids. I'm a single mother. They're all under the age of 9. So I don't want to babysit at the dealership and chase guys down to do their phone calls and follow up. I love pounding the pavement. So 5 year plan, I see myself in sales for sure. 10 years, I'm not too sure. I enjoy where I'm at now so much. Driving traffic to the building is such a thrill for me. I look forward to 6, 7 people in the showroom at a time. So sales right now is where I'm at.
So, so you may have not realized that you said that you want to own your own store,
Yes,
but you don't want to get,
absolutely.
but you don't want to get into management.
Correct.
Here's a news flash. You own your own business. This
Yes,
is Driving with Janae,
it is.
auto sales. You are your own owner. You don't
Correct.
have to worry about the inventory. You don't have to worry about the floor plan. You don't have to worry about the utilities. You don't have to worry about the office supplies. All you have to do is build your business, make it your business. Yes, the dealership's paying for all of that.
Hmm.
You're bringing the customers in. So in all reality, there's three type of brands. There's the manufacturer brand, there's the dealership brand, and there's your brand.
Yep.
And your brand is the most important of the three. You
Yes.
keep bringing them in, 65, 70 happy people coming through that door every month to see one person, and that is you.
Yes, sir. You
So
got it.
I want to congratulate you. It's such a great achievement to sell 65 cars. I've told people, hey, you could sell 50, 100, uh, 100 cars a month, but you can always sell 101, 102, 103. The best part about it is you're making people happy, you're providing them a service that they can trust you, they can believe in you, and they can
Hmm.
respect you. And being a woman in the automotive industry, it's not easy selling cars. But we've all seen the little Badger commercials with women coming in buying cars, and the guy goes, "Well, that's a rear view mirror. That's where you do your makeup in. Blah 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 blah. Hey, don't look under the hood. It's not important to you." But on the flip side, if a man comes in and they're looking to buy a car, they already know everything about it.
Yep. You
All
got
you
it.
got to do is treat them with respect, maybe flirt a little,
And offer him some water.
offer some 6 foot rule. Hey, would you like a bottle of water? No, not today. Another person walks by. You want a bottle of water? No. Another person walks by. You want a bottle of water? You know what? You guys keep asking me if I want a bottle of water.
I'll
Now
take
I'm
it.
thirsty. Now I'll take a bottle of water. But it's providing that service.
Yep.
And that's what you're doing. You're taking care of your business, taking care of your family, and taking care of your friends. New friends, old friends, doesn't really matter. You keep doing what you're doing, and you're going
Thank
to
you.
do bigger and better things in this industry. That's
Thank
why I
you.
needed you on the show. That's why, because I wanted to push you out there so people know who you are, know what you do, and know how to take care of it. Because, it doesn't matter what sex you are, what race you are, what
Yes.
it doesn't matter. Everybody is equal when it's in the automotive industry, taking
Got
care
it.
of business, providing a service. You, my friend, are doing it. I want to make sure that people know who you are. And, you know, in all honesty, you need to get out there into the automotive conferences and tell people how you're doing it.
I'll take that note. Next automotive conference, I'm there.
Go to go to your digital dealers, go to your NADAs, just meet
I
up with
do.
people.
Uh-huh.
And because this I just read the other day, this digital dealer that's going to be in Vegas, Ale Rada is going to be there, Frank Graniti is going to be there, and another female that's selling a lot of cars is going to be there. And that would be great for you to connect and uh just pick their brains, because I think she's selling 80 to 100 cars a month. Maybe
What's
just
her
pick
name?
how let me look here real quick. Jonathan Dawson advertised it. And I'll get through here. But I mean, it's such a great accomplishment to see that you're doing it. And so women that are thinking about getting in car sales, women that are, talking about this ain't for me, it's not a woman's thing, blah blah. Hey, she's doing it. She's killing it. People love her. I mean, how can you sell 65 cars a month
Yes.
if if people don't love her? Her name's Tracy Shepard. Now, she's not the person that I thought that was selling uh, that many cars, but Tracy Shepard, Traci Shepard. She does sell cars. She is putting dreams in driveways at Jim Falk Motors in Lowry City, Missouri. So a shout out there. I gave her a plug.
Tracy Shepard. Perfect. I'm gonna look her up as well.
But she will be there. She will kill it. Frank Cornetti, I mean, sells 150 plus a month. Then you got, of course, Ollie rated the number one salesman in the world, beat Joe Girard's record, which I found out the other day that the Guinness of World Record would not give it to him. So, yeah, they wouldn't give it to him because of some stupid reasons, but it doesn't matter. And everybody in automotive, they know that he's the number one salesman, and
Wow.
it's because he's in the people business. So, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I want to
Thank
stay
you.
connected with you. I want to see your progress. I want to see you exceed to the next level. And if you ever
Thank
need
you.
any advice, any some words of wisdom, I'm always you got my phone number where I'm just a
Yes,
phone
sir.
call away. I'd love to help you out and get you to the next level. But on top of that, I want to do another plug. Check out and if you haven't bought my book, Finding the Real You, it is an Amazon bestseller. Became number one bestseller in 48 hours or within 48 hours. Excuse me. Check it out. It's about my life, how I started in the automotive industry, how I progressed to get where I am today. But I mean, it's great. It was in the top 5 in 24 hours and number one within 24 hours. You can get it on Amazon. Go to my website, theautomotivearchitect.com. Go to Amazon, type in Ron Garvick. It will pop up. And, just read it. You'll learn a lot. And it talks about how I overcome every obstacle that was thrown my way to get to the next level with the grace of God. And John Luciano, the owner of Street Volkswagen in Amarillo, Texas, helping me, believing in me, and guiding me in the right direction. Is he's such a great person and will always be a big part of my success because the dealership I was at before didn't give two craps about me and my success. And when I went over to the Street Volkswagen, he took care of me too. But check out this lady here. If you know anybody in the market for a vehicle in the metro place area, whatever they call it in the big cities, check her out. She's going to be awesome. She'll sell a car. She'll send you a partner program, $100, and we will go from there. But how can people reach you, Janae?
Yes, so you can find me on all social media platforms, Driving with Janae.
There you go. It's an honor to have you on today. I really appreciate you. You are a rock star in my eyes, and I'm just excited to see where you go from here. So, guys, it's been great.
Thank
It's been
you.
fun, and we will talk soon. Thank you, Janae.
Have
And
a
don't
good
go
one, guys.
anywhere. I'm going to talk to you after this, okay?
Perfect.